The film starts with a man named Boyce Dave Bautista walking up to address the viewer, with his face heavily scarred. He says that this is no fairy tale and that there are no happy endings. Earth has fallen into an uncivilized dystopia known only as the Lost Lands. Society is ruled by the overlord Milla Jovovich, while the church maintains order with an iron fist. A witch called Grey Alley's Milla Jovovich is being hanged by the enforcer Milla Jovovich and other acolytes of the church. Grey Alley's uses her powers to manipulate one of the men into freeing her, and the enforcer kills him as a result. She leads the other men to go after the escaped witch. Boyce, without the scars, wanders alone through the Lost Lands. He walks through a tunnel and correctly guesses that he is being ambushed. He uses a two-headed snake to get one of the goons before unloading his guns into the rest of them. And then continuing on his trek, Grey Alley's seeks shelter with a blind witch Evelyn Hall. She is later visited by the Queen Amara Ockrig, wife of the Overlord, and Jure Simon Loof, head of the Overwatch. The Queen seeks Grey Alley's help, as she explicitly states that she can refuse no request brought before her. The Queen is seeking a shapeshifter, a werewolf, within the next week when the full moon will rise. She wants Grey Alley's to kill the beast in its lair so that the Queen may take its power. However, Jure asks Grey Alley's in secret to make sure this endeavor fails, as he believes it is what is best for the Queen. Grey Alley's then uses her powers to seek out the shapeshifter by looking inside its mind. The Queen loathes the Overlord, who is in poor health and close to death. Boyce was her secret lover before he went off on his way. Grey Alley's finds him in a pub and requests his assistance in finding the shapeshifter. He knows the creature as Sartor, the Grey Wolf. Meanwhile, the enforcer is working alongside the Patriarch, Fraser James, who serves the Overlord but has secret plans to overthrow him and the Queen. The Patriarch sends the enforcer and the acolytes to find Grey Alley's, force her into a confession, and then execute her. Grey Alley's and Boyce set off on their journey through the Lost Lands. They first run into old friends of Boyce, Ross, Sebastian Stankovic, and Mara Deirdre Mullins. Boyce later sleeps with Mara before he and Grey Alley's continue. The enforcer and her goons later find Ross and Mara, torturing them for information on Grey Alley's and Boyce's whereabouts. Mara tells them they are headed for Skull River, but they kill Ross and take Mara with them. The duo later go looking for Boyce's other friend Cyrus, but he has been hanged by the church. Boyce and Grey Alley's find the enforcer and the goons, who have all covered their eyes, so Grey Alley's powers cannot work on them. The enforcer then shoots Mara in the head, just to throw salt on the wound for Boyce. He and Grey Alley's get into a gunfight with the goons, who all chase them to an air tram and almost all get thrown to their deaths. The enforcer has the other surviving goons cut the cable, but Boyce saves Grey Alley's from falling. The enforcer shoots Boyce in the arm, but Grey Alley's is able to use her powers through the sniper lens, letting her save Boyce and get away. Grey Alley's and Boyce continue their journey and end up confronted by tree-like monsters. They try to protect themselves in a ring of fire, but the leader of the monsters knows Grey Alley's and tells her she should not have returned. She casts an illusion spell that causes the monsters to burst into flames. She tells Boyce that she is trouble and that she should not be trusted. The Queen smothers the Overlord to death after revealing to him that she is pregnant with Boyce's child. The Patriarch announces the Overlord's death, but he advances his plans to have the Queen killed. The enforcer and her goons charge towards Grey Alley's on a train. She runs out of the tunnels and towards the end of the destroyed tracks high above the ground. Grey Alley's is saved by Boyce, while the enforcer and her goons perish as the train plummets and explodes. The Patriarch is then killed by Jure to keep the Queen protected. He and the Queen then begin their own affair. On the night of the full moon, Grey Alley's and Boyce make it to Skull River. It is revealed that there is no Sartor. Boyce was the shapeshifter all along. The moon rises, and he transforms into a wolf. Grey Alley's battles him with silver claws and eventually incapacitates him. When he wakes up, Boyce is human again, but Grey Alley's reveals she knew all along that he was the shapeshifter and even poisoned his blood with silver. As the moon is uncovered once again and he starts to turn, Grey Alley's kills Boyce and skins him, but buries his remains. Grey Alley's brings Boyce's pelt to the Queen. Jure says that Grey Alley's failed his request, but she tells him she gave him what he really wanted, which was the Queen. However, when she learns that Boyce was the shapeshifter, the Queen is hysterical and stabs Jure in the throat, since he also knew. Outside, the citizens of the Lost Lands have begun a rebellion following the death of the Overlord and the downfall of the church. The Queen runs away while Boyce's pelt burns in the sun. His grave then begins to shake. A resurrected Boyce then goes to find Grey Alley's to kill her. She then says that she was counting on him to come back to life, just like she knew the rebellion would happen. Boyce and Grey Alley's then decide to join forces and travel the Lost Lands, surviving and hunting together. Short story: Earth has fallen into a dystopian wasteland called the Lost Lands. A witch named Grey Alley's is tasked by the Queen to seek out a shapeshifter, a werewolf, kill it in its lair, and bring its power to the Queen. Grey Alice teams up with a hunter named Bautista, who is the queen's secret lover and father of her child. The two are pursued by the church under orders of the patriarch. The enforcer leads a team of acolytes to go after Bautista and Grey Alice. On their journey, Bautista and Grey Alice battle the church and other monsters. The enforcer is killed when her train rides off a blown-up track, while the queen's right-hand man, other secret lover Jure, kills the patriarch. Bautista turns out to be the shapeshifter, which Grey Alice already knew. He transforms, but she subdues him after a fight and then appears to kill him and bring his pelt to the queen, who is devastated and kills Jare since he knew as well. The citizens of the Lost Lands then lead a rebellion since the overlord, the queen's husband, is dead, and the church has fallen. Bautista is later resurrected and joins Grey Alice as they continue traveling through the Lost Lands.